Imagine what's possible when learning doesn't get in the way of life. At Capella University, our game-changing FlexPath learning format lets you set your own deadlines so you can learn at a time and pace that works for you. It's an education you can tailor to your schedule. That means you don't have to put your life on hold to pursue your professional goals. Instead, enjoy learning your way and earn your degree without missing a beat. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach and author of Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. So let's talk about the iconic filled ticket spindle. We see that on Facebook groups all the time. Somebody takes a ticket spindle and then it is filled with tons upon tons of handwritten tickets. That absolutely drives me crazy. Internally, my management warning systems are going off saying, we're wasting money, we're wasting time, we're wasting money, we're wasting time. That's what handwritten tickets do. There are so many Stone Age vendors still handwriting tickets, and then they post that spindle-full picture to silently, or in some cases very loudly, brag upon how busy they are. When I see those spindles, I see waste. I see wasted time, wasted communication. I see clumsy operations. It's 2022, people. Everyone has more computing power in their pocket than it took to send the men to the moon. And yet food trucks are still handwriting tickets and bragging about it. Some vendors love posting those spindle photos and then bragging about the amazing sales represented by that spindle. However, each and every one of those handwritten tickets is seconds of wasted effort. If you have expertise in our field and care about productivity, you know handwriting tickets is painfully slow. But I want you to remember, experience and expertise are not the same thing. Experience tells owners to continue doing the same things they've always done because it works. Expertise tells owners to analyze and learn better ways to do things. Experience says if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Expertise says, is there a better way? And then works to find that better solution. I rarely talk about sales for many reasons, but one of the reasons is sales as a comparison metric is just faulty. For example, in 1980, we used to brag about doing $500 an hour. That was the gold standard back then for records within our company. Many stores could never even come close to $500 an hour. So when they did hit $500 an hour, it was a big deal. But let's put that in a number that we can all relate to, and that's going to be guests per hour. Remember, in 1980, prices weren't near as expensive as they are today. Our most expensive menu item was a roast beef sandwich that had mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato on it, and it sold for a whopping $1.39. When you added the fry and you added the drink, you still were under $3. So that means for that $500 hour, we could serve 167 people to hit $500 an hour. That means one person every 22 seconds. I learned early on the relationship of high quality food with fast service means high sales. So let me brag for just a second without posting a spindle of handwritten tickets. The busiest restaurant I've ever ran averaged 259 guests an hour for 18 hours a day on its opening day. My busiest hot dog cart averaged 54 guests an hour for a 4-hour day on a holiday weekend. The busiest convenience store related restaurant that I ran averaged 93 people an hour for 12 hours a day on its opening day, and we did a whole ton of marketing to get to that 93 people an hour. My busiest food trailer averaged 83 guests an hour for 12 hours a day at a local fair. So those are all numbers y'all can relate to. You can put 83 people through an hour. You can put 54 people through an hour. You get really, really good, you could do the 93 an hour. You don't have to worry about what my sales were. What you have to worry about is how many people can you put through an hour and how can you get one more tomorrow. When you compare guest count to guest count, a food truck can compare itself to other food trucks without having to worry about the embarrassment of really low sales or the unbelievability of really high sales. The first lesson to learn in food trucking is this is a people business. You count people, you get faster with people, you are friendlier with people, and then the sales dollars come. I'm all about celebrating success. However, success is fleeting. Every success does have a lesson for improvement. You want to ask yourself, how can we get one more dollar in today than we did yesterday? How can we get one more guest through the line this hour? How can we improve cost control to make more money on the exact same amount of sales? Because I can promise you, when the sting of that celebratory slap on your back wanes, you still have to move forward. And you owe it to yourself, your guests, and your family to make your business better tomorrow than it was today. Thank you guys for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you find all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. If you need a business coach to help you reach your food truck business's full potential, check out all my affordable services. As always, the link is in the description. And thank you guys so much for listening. Come back tomorrow. I've got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.